Thinking about starting a social media marketing business but have no idea where to start? You're not alone. The good news is, this kind of business is actually one of the easiest and most affordable to launch, especially if you're starting from scratch. You don't need a storefront, a warehouse, or even a fancy logo. You just need to know how to help other people show up online. In this beginner-friendly video, I'm breaking it all down, and honestly, if you've ever helped your friend make a TikTok or cleaned up your mom's Instagram bio, you've already got a head start. So why should you start a social media marketing agency right now? Because it's one of the few businesses you can start without a bunch of upfront costs. You don't need a physical product, you don't need inventory, you're selling a service, your skills, which means your main startup expenses are Wi-Fi, a computer, or a phone. And because it's service-based, the profit margins are high, like really high. Once you lock in a few clients, most of that income goes straight into your pocket, not into stocking shelves or shipping boxes. Plus, the demand is there. Every business knows they need to be on social, but a lot of them have no idea what they're doing, or they just don't have time. That's where you come in. Whether it's running ads, managing content, or just helping them not look cringe online, there's a real need and you can fill it. Because let's be real, some of these businesses are out here posting blurry photos of their lunch special with the caption, "Yum," and wondering why no one's buying. They need help. You're the help.
Help me help you.
All right, so now you're sold on the idea. Let's talk about setting up the basics so you look like a legit business, even if you're still working out of your bedroom in your PJs. First, pick a name. Something general that gives you room to grow. Don't box yourself into one niche yet. For example, luxury dentist TikTok agency might be a bit too specific. Next, get yourself a professional email. No more Gmail accounts with your nickname. It should be your name at yourcompany.com. For example, Kylie Marr at embercreative.com. Yeah, I came up with that. This will instantly make you look more credible. Then, set up a simple one-page website. It doesn't have to be fancy, just enough to show who you are, what you do, and how to contact you. It's basically your digital business card. These little things go a long way in making you look polished and trustworthy before you've even signed your first client.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so here's the deal. You don't need to have your niche all figured out on day one. A lot of people get stuck here thinking they need to choose between restaurants, real estate, dentists, dog groomers, whatever. But early on, be opportunistic. Let's say your friend's cousin owns a gym and needs help running Facebook ads. Boom. Fitness might be your starting point. Or maybe a random coffee shop you love needs TikToks. Go for it. Focus on businesses that need help and have the budget to pay for them. But eventually, you will want to niche down. That's when you can really start to grow your business because everything becomes repeatable. Your outreach, your services, and your systems. You basically become the go-to person for that niche. But in the beginning, cast a wide net. You're not marrying a niche, you're just dating a few to see what works. Okay, moving on. Once you're talking to a few businesses, the next question is, what exactly are you offering them?
I'm gonna make them an offer he can't refuse.
This is where a lot of beginners try to do too much. They might say, I do content creation, TikTok growth, Facebook ads, email campaigns, UGC videos, SEO, LinkedIn posts, Pinterest strategies, psychic readings. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get it. Start with one high-impact service that you can learn and deliver well. Something that actually brings in leads or sales, not just likes and follows. Think running Facebook or Instagram ads, creating short-form video content like Reels or TikToks, or building out a basic content strategy that helps convert followers into customers. And here's a tip. Look at the biggest pain point in your niche. Are they struggling to reach new customers? Retain the ones they have? Show up consistently online? Pick the service that solves that problem. You don't need to be a jack of all trades. You need to be really good at solving one problem for one type of client. By the way, we have a lot of videos that dive deep into these specific services you can offer, like how to run ads on Facebook, how to use AI to improve your meta ads, and this video I did, which is your complete Instagram for business guide. You can check all these out by clicking the links down below. All right, now comes the let's roll up our sleeves part.
Failure is not an option.
You're just starting out and it's time to get some real experience under your belt. Here's the thing, you might not have clients lining up just yet, but you've got to build a portfolio somehow. One of the best ways to do this, offer your services for free, or at least at a super low cost, to get the ball rolling. You're not just doing this to be nice, you're doing it to get experience and build something tangible that you can show off for the clients that follow. Think about it. Every successful social media manager has done this at some point, usually with a friend or family member's small business. You can take on a few clients, work hard, and prove your worth. The key is to focus on results that matter. Real results like generating leads, increasing sales, or getting their email list growing. And be transparent. Tell them upfront, hey, I'm in the early stages and learning the ropes. Most people will be cool with it, especially when they see you are serious about delivering results. Pro tip, don't get stuck on vanity metrics like likes or follows. Focus on what matters, actual outcomes. Did you help them get 20 new customers this month? If so, that's a win. Forget about the number of followers and show off your return on investment, aka your ROI.
Show me the money.
All right, you've done a few free gigs. You've got some results, now it's time to look legit. This is where you set things up to feel more like a real business and less like a side hustle. Here's a quick checklist. Form an LLC, or whatever's right in your country so you can invoice, pay taxes, and protect yourself legally. Side note, if you want more info on what exactly an LLC is and how to start one, check out this Shopify blog, which maps it all out in 7 easy steps. Get a CRM, aka a customer relationship management tool, to track leads, clients, and deadlines so nothing falls through the cracks. Even AppSheets or Notion can do the trick when you're just starting out. And payment setup. Use Shopify's free invoice generator to make getting paid super easy. And finally, build a clean, functional agency site with Shopify. Yep. Not just for products. Use Shopify to showcase your services, receive payments, and even book discovery calls, all from one place. Don't have an account yet? Easy. Just click the link down below to start a free trial after this vid.
And how much does it cost?
It's free.
Okay, so now that your business is starting to look legit, let's talk about what you're actually offering people and how much to charge for it. First, think like a restaurant. Don't just hand people a blank menu and ask what they want. Give them a few solid options. Maybe a basic social media management package, a lead generation bundle, and a full service, we'll run your socials so you don't have to lift a finger kind of a deal. Start by outlining what platforms you'll manage, like TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, how often you'll post, and whether you'll create content, run ads, and/or respond to DMs. You get the idea. Now for the pricing. This can feel awkward at first, but here's the deal. You're not charging for your time, you're charging for the value you bring. If you're helping a brand get more eyeballs, more clicks, and more sales, that's worth real money. A few tips. Check what other small agencies or freelancers are charging in your niche. Start with a number that feels slightly uncomfortable, but fair. You can always raise your rates as you grow. And offer monthly retainers so you're not chasing payments every week. Also, you don't have to be the cheapest, but you want to be the most helpful. If your offer is clear and solves a real problem, people will pay.
Wait a second. You're making $500,000 on this deal?
All right, you've got your services locked in and your pricing figured out. Now comes the part that actually gets you clients. Talking to people. Scary? Maybe. Necessary? 100%. This section is all about prospecting, aka finding the right potential clients and doing outreach, which means reaching out to them in a way that doesn't feel spammy or desperate. First, who are you reaching out to? Start with small businesses that clearly need social media help. You can look on Yelp or Google Maps for local businesses, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok for brands with inconsistent posting, Facebook groups for small business owners, and even LinkedIn if you're feeling professional. Once you choose a business or brand to reach out to, your first message or email shouldn't be a hard sell. It should be a conversation starter. For example, your message could read, "Hey, I saw your smoothie bar on Instagram and love your vibe, especially that mango spicy collab you just dropped. I'm a social media marketer who helps small food spots grow through reels and giveaways. If you're ever down to bounce some ideas around, happy to offer a few free suggestions. No strings, just vibes." Boom, you're in.
I'm in.
All right, moving on. So you booked a call, now what? First, don't overthink it. Just come in with a simple structure, start with a bit of small talk to build rapport, then shift into asking questions to really understand their business and what they're trying to achieve. Once you've got the full picture, explain how you can help in a clear, confident way. No need for a flashy pitch deck. If they're in, make the onboarding process feel seamless. Send over an invoice to collect payment, share a quick form to grab all the info and account access you need, and set expectations for what happens next. Keeping it smooth and professional right out the gate builds instant trust. This is the part where you show up and deliver. For your first few clients, it's important to actually do the work yourself. No skipping steps or outsourcing just yet. It helps you understand the full process, spot what works, and figure out what doesn't. Once you've nailed your systems and you're getting results, then you can start thinking about bringing in freelancers or building a small team to help out. Think of it like building a playlist. You need to know the vibe before you start letting other people add songs. Quality first, growth second. So there you have it. How to start a social media marketing business even if you're starting from scratch. We covered everything from picking your niche to landing those first clients, and now you've got the blueprint to actually get this thing off the ground. If this helped, hit that like button, subscribe to Learn with Shopify for more real talk like this, and drop a comment if you're ready to start building your agency or are already in the thick of it. Either way, we got you. Now go get those clients. I'm your host, Kylie Marr. See you next time.